You are making people want to kill me.
Look, nobody wants to kill you.
It's real what you're doing.
Yeah, but how real does it seem?
You are making me scared.
It's all in your head.
Are we safe? Are the doors locked? Is security on? Is everything?
Don't you think you're overreacting slightly?
And I was just a wreck. I was just crying and crying.
Such a drama queen.
She's faking it.
And the Oscar goes to
Acting.
And that's the piece I don't think people fully understand.
I think you need therapy.
Whoa. Harry and Meghan are damaged goods. Spotify pink slipped their podcast and forced their brand on the life support. Then Netflix retreated and Christian Dior pulled the plug. Now the wannabes make-believe Hollywood empire is flatlining. Yet new reports state that mercenary Meg's not only faked her interviews, she now wants to change her name and pretend to be the new Princess Diana. Meanwhile, around the world, we got Harry's crazy court is costing British taxpayers £1 million. The truth is out, and it's ugly. But my grandfather always used to say, it's better a man, George, lose his eye than his good name. Because once you're marked as a liar, it's game over. Welcome, everyone. I hope all of you had a wonderful week, my friends. The public has rejected Meghan and Harry. They're nauseated from all of the navel-gazing from 2 millionaire moaners that mortgage lies for a quick buck. Simply meaning the Meghan star is fading fast and everyone around them is looking for a lifeboat. Everyone except for Walmart Wallace. She continues to use the memory of a deceased mother in order to manipulate the mind of a man-child to get her way. Well, now she wants to squeeze it for all it's worth.
That Meghan decided that her real object in life was to be Diana. That has always been her passion. That has also been Harry's passion.
Who couldn't see that one coming? Even freeloading Flo accepted a long time ago that the only way she was ever going to be a Duchess of Dior was in her last failed film. A movie that is so bad it was aptly named Antisocial back in 2016, and it skipped streaming altogether and went straight to DVD.
I'm a model, you know what I mean, and I do my little turn on the catwalk. Yeah, on the catwalk.
Once the Christian Dior deal was dead on arrival, Meghan decided she was going to be 2023's new Princess Diana. Will Harry and Meghan take Princess Diana's last name? Not in a million years. This is never going to happen because the Costa couple understands deep down inside if they tried this, they would be cut off from their titles faster than they would be fired from their next job of flipping burgers. This is all smoke and mirrors. The pair are trying to rebrand their name, and that always fails. But at the same time, they're trying to distract you from Spotify, slam dunking the couple right out the door. See, Oprah didn't work. The interviews didn't work. Spare didn't work. Even when they tried with their near catastrophic car crash to gain public sympathy, it failed. The only thing it ended up doing was creating a bad Hertz commercial. But now, the Meghans are sure. This is the big one. This is it.
And Meghan went to the extent of suggesting that they should drop the name Windsor and take the surname Spencer. So she'd be Meghan Spencer, the new Diana.
No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No.
Bill Simmons' branding of the Duke and Duchess of self-pity as grifters sealed their fate in the corporate world.
Is Prince Harry. Whines about shit, right? Keeps giving interviews. Who gives a shit?
I'm with you. Yeah, that's
I can't stand him. So tired. I'm so embarrassed that I fucking have to share Spotify with him. The guy sucks.
Well, let's just.
I wish I had been involved in the Meghan and Harry leave Spotify negotiation. The fucking grifters. That's the podcast we should have launched with them.
The Meghans will forever be known now on with his label. They are as a couple who are so corrupt that if they swallowed a nail, they would spit up a corkscrew. Bill wasn't the only person who is tired of holding his tongue.
Damn, he does have a point. And then if you're an executive for Spotify and you doled out or you committed to doling out 20 million, because we don't know if they got the whole 20 million, and they only do 12 episodes, oh, that's a reason to be pissed.
The Spotify executive not only crashed their careers by highlighting their characters, but he triggered a chain reaction. Meghan and Harry dealt new blow with Archetypes snub after $20 million Spotify deal axed. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have had their application to trademark the name of their podcast, Archetypes, rejected after their huge Spotify deal was ditched. My grandmother once told me, in any relationship, whether business or personal, whatever relationship is started with lies will always end in tears. And Harry and Meghan know better than that. They understood that there was already a company called Archetypes, LLC, which was started in 2015, that already had filed for the exclusive use of the trademark. But they thought, no problem. We're the Meghans. Everyone will bow down to our will. They just forgot about one thing. Fate always has a say. And now the floodgates are open and people are speaking up.
I think Harry's a twat. I do. I think he's a twat. He's a whining, whinging, complaining, woe is me, I'm the only one that's ever had mental problems. My life was so hard. Everybody's life is hard.
Yeah,
you were the prince of a country who dressed up as a Nazi, and now you're trying to come back as the Pope?
Mr. and Mrs. Has-Been crossed the line. Their Diana strategy is doomed from the jump. Meghan has tried to emulate the lady for years, borrowing her wardrobe style, copying her clothes, even going so far as to buying a similar Cartier-styled watch. When she was in suit, she gifted it to herself and then had it engraved from MM to MM. That tells you all you need to know about the narcissistic mindset. This isn't about the distraction. This is all Princess Pinocchio's ultimate revenge fantasy come to life. This is Meghan Markle wanting to give a giant middle finger to the monarchy, then convince her half-wit finger puppet to come with on her plan. Now, if the Meghans ever go through with this, in my opinion, it will be the final nail in their coffin between them and the royal family, especially after how bad Spare already hurt the king.
My understanding is there have been conversations between Charles and Harry, but that's really as far as it's got. They are still smarting from this sensational jaw-dropping and ultimately very damaging royal biography.
No matter what they do, the results will always be the same. Harry and Meghan can change their names all live long day from Windsor to Spencer. The one thing they can never accomplish is to transform themselves from serpents into saints.
It just feels like Harry and Meghan are not playing chess, or they're playing it terribly. It's like they're feeding off of each other's bad ideas. And I just think that they're not wise in how they're going about it.
By the way, if you enjoy the channel and you find real value in it, please do me the favor. Watch the video from the beginning till the end, because the longer you watch it, the more it helps YouTube rank the video and share it with everyone. Thank you, my friends. Your support means the world. Now, one thing is for certain, Prince Hairplugs and the Harpies' actions not only allow us to see how their minds operate, but it shines a light on where their hearts are truly at.
Talking about Prince Harry, what does he do? What's your talent? Why are we listening to you? So you were born in a royal family and then you left. You sell documentaries and podcasts, and nobody cares what you have to say about anything unless you're talking about the royal family, and you just complain about them.
The Montecito manipulators have zero work ethic. Yes, they want to achieve their dreams, but dreams are built in overtime on a mountain of pain after the clock strikes midnight. And this couple have no 9-to-5 grit, no talent for hard sweat. They're just nothing but full of hot air.
People should expect the real me in this, and probably the me that they've never gotten to know. Certainly not in the past few years, where everything is through the lens of the media, as opposed to, hey, it's me. I'm just excited to be myself and talk and be unfiltered, and yeah, it's fun.
When people tell you what they're about, it's best to believe them. We all knew from the jump what Meghans Show was going to be about. It was going to be about Meghan, not her guests. But I don't think anyone could actually foresee how far she would go, how lazy she would be to shortchange her audience. Meghan Markle's team allegedly faked interviews for Spotify podcasts. Well, now we've seen it all. We had the wannabe Hollywood casting couch queen was contracted by Spotify for $20+ million in order to produce a show. And from 2020 to 2023, she made 12 episodes. That's less than 1 hour a week that the Meghans already admitted that they work on their foundation paperwork.
But I'm less tired.
But it has confirmed why Meghan is failing at the same time that it tells us that what we've already heard, that she is difficult, loudmouth, rude, and definitely lazy. Pod News reported that some of the show's interviews were done by members of the Duchess's staff, and audio of her voice asking the questions was clipped in. What's great is that we even have one of the receipts, former Archetypes guest, author Alison Yarrow, who thanked the interviewer in one of her August Instagram posts. The first episode, out now, link in bio, features a timely interview with another legend, Serena Williams. Cheers to producer Farrah Safari, an excellent interviewer, and the folks at Gimlet Spotify who get it done. The Meghans live for publicity. That's it. It doesn't matter if it's real, imagined, or planned. But the latest news about the rising costs of Harry's trial burdening the British taxpayers, it doesn't please everyone in the UK or the Commonwealth. Harry's £1 million wine. Prince Harry's court whinges will cost £1 million, and you've got to pay for it. The Duke of Delusion already lost his case in the High Court over armed police protection. That was done and dusted. Period. End of statement. So I hope so. Except Harry is appealing the case. And now, unfortunately, that means that British citizens are going to have their pockets picked one more time by a prince who doesn't give a lick about the people, but who only cares about his fragile ego and how he's seen.
The distorted narrative is that we wanted to leave to go and, make money.
12 episodes, $20 million.
We were dedicated to a life of service.
$20 million.
As is proven by everything that we're doing now with the work that we do.
20 million.
The Meghans are clueless and completely tone deaf to the reality and the daily struggles of life. On top of that, I don't think the couple actually realizes how the world sees them. Take, for example, the Christian Dior deal. That was all based on Meghan's agents from William Morris. As soon as Spotify fired the couple, they went to work. They went into that brand damage control mode. What they didn't want, they wanted to remove from the headlines was any mention of Spotify, and they wanted to replace it with a buzz of the top French designer. Except Dior wasn't playing along. They did not want to be a pawn in this new spin game. Dior denies rumors that Meghan Markle is about to be a brand ambassador. A spokesman for the French fashion house said there have been no contract negotiations or recent contact with the Duchess of Sussex. Not many realize this, but Christian Dior was founded on a fertilizer empire. So I think these corporate officers, once they realized exactly who Duchess Duplicitous was, they said, we're going to put her out to pasture publicly so she can stir some fresh manure.
You got anything to say?
I hate manure.
Now, as for who's next to say no to the Meghans, I think it's Netflix that's up at bat. Harry and Meghan's media empire may be imploding as Netflix has grown tired of the royals. Everyone has limits, even corporations, but they also have shareholders. And on top of that, they have brands to manage. In my opinion, I think Netflix is taking a step back. They're gauging exactly how much juice there is left to squeeze from this lemon before they trash it in the bin. And now, on top of that, they have to consider the new poll numbers for Meghan, which are crashing, and things aren't looking too rosy for her. Meghan Markle is more unpopular than ever. 7 out of 10 Brits have a negative view of the Duchess of Sussex, as poll shows, and Kate and William are best-loved royals. Meghan's net favorability among the public has fallen to a record low of minus 47%. So you take all those numbers together, plus the negative news, and that gives you exactly the reason why Netflix is actually considering axing the couple. And add on top of that, they don't want their brand to be permanently damaged by Prince hair plugs and a heartbeat. Now, I got one last thing I want to talk about that's really been bothering me for a while. Over the last few months, I've come to realize ever since Meghan signed up with William Morris, one of the oldest, most powerful agencies in the world, someone has been poisoning the well from behind the scenes. Someone has been reframing the narrative in the headlines that nothing is Meghan's fault and Harry is the sole person responsible for the downfall of the couple. Now, I don't play that way. Someone's rigging the game. Meghan does something, I report the facts. Harry does something, I report the facts. I do not play favorites. There's a rat hiding in the shadow, and over the next few weeks, I'm going to root that bastard out.
You better believe it.
Now, we're going to have some good news to cleanse our palates. The Trooping of the Color for 2023 was a smashing success. King Charles followed his late mother's example as he rode his horse on the official birthday of the British sovereign. We hadn't seen something like that since 1986 when Queen Elizabeth II held the reins. And now the true star of the show was Prince Louis, the youngest child of Prince William and Princess Catherine. He stole everyone's hearts.
The royal family stepped out on the Buckingham Palace balcony for a spectacular military flyover, with 5-year-old Prince Louis once again stealing the show, making faces.
I always love to end on a high note, remembering that it doesn't matter if it's the darkest of days or the bitterest of fights. As long as one holds on to hope, keeps their honor unstained, stays true to their heart, your character will withstand any test. And if you want to triumph, always remember that we never bow down, we never bend the knee. Always forward.
$20 million? $20 million.